What's up, everybody? Back here on Bear Rock logging today. I was not even planning on doing a video right now. Then I got to thinking, wait a second here. I'm gonna be busy Tuesday night, Wednesday night. I think I'm free Thursday night, but Friday night, all day Saturday, probably most of the day anyway. I'm gonna be busy, so it's a very busy time. Our town has an annual peach festival every year. I guess that's what annual is. Anyway, it's coming up this weekend, and there's lots of preparation up until that, and then I'm going to be attending some events and stuff. There's concerts Friday night. There's antique car show on Saturday. I'm playing in a community band. We have our concert at 2 o'clock, and then Saturday night there's more concerts. There's arts and crafts show, stuff like that we usually try to go to. My wife has entered 2 photographs into the art competition, so we'll have to go up there Tuesday night and see if she won anything. But anyway, the other thing to talk about here is this KW C500. I took it to the shop and had a few little engine upgrades done, and check this out. I don't know if this did this before, but this trailer is awfully heavy anyway to begin with. But I mean, look at this. Don't even stop. Don't even slow down. In fact, it speeds up going up the hill. So, got that engine upgraded, and we're good to go. I did build another road just in case I could never figure out how to increase the horsepower and torque and stuff, but I did get it figured out. So we'll go check out the other road too, though, that I made. So anyway, we're gonna get this truck loaded up and try to get us a load to the sawmill this time. Now that I've actually got enough horsepower to make it. Let's see here. We got a few trees over here that we can process up. So let's try to work on this. So I don't think we're gonna have enough to make a full load as it is. We'll have to process just a few more trees if I can see what I'm doing. Yeah, lots of stuff to talk about. I was hoping this weekend to get another version of the Plantation up and going, because I was able to get the weight scales working. Come on now, this thing ain't working right. Turns out that it was all that was already built into the software, I think, unless they added it in one of the patch updates or whatever on those patches. It was already in there. I just wasn't quite sure how it worked, which actually it turned out to be pretty easy. All you have to do is like one of those trigger boxes in the attributes. There's an on create, and I believe it's just called something like weight scales or weight something on create. I don't remember what it was. Anyway, I got to looking at a mod I had downloaded, which I never got around to looking at it until this weekend, or I guess it was late last week, and I was like, oh, okay, well that's not hard at all. All I got to do is make a trigger, and you just give it that attribute of the on create whatever, and it should work just fine. So got that working and tested it out pretty good. I did not get a chance yesterday, though, which was Sunday, to update the or do the final testing and stuff. I didn't get a chance to do that. Just got too busy on Sunday. So I will try to get that done. In fact, well, by the time you watch this video, I'll probably already have it up on the website, so you can just go check NOAgaming.com and click on the FS19 logo there. It'll take you right to the FS19 download page, and you'll see out there where I've got the Plantation. I'm probably going to call it version 1.1, so you'll see that. Yeah, I had forgotten as I'm recording this that I did the high gear clear number 4, and that's the video that you'll see. Well, it would have posted on Monday, and so this will be the video for Wednesday. It's always fun whenever I record things. Oh no, record things sort of out of order, because I always have to keep up with, okay, what day is it? Man, I hate it when those trees act like that in this processor. It's catching on something back there behind me, and it's causing some weird stuff, and I have to really try to be quick to shut off the processor, so I don't want it to destroy my wood pile I got going on over here. And it's just these trees are so big and so stiff. You know, I think my #1 request for Giants is to figure out some way to make the trees at least the last third of them, you know, the top third where it gets small at the top. Come on, figure out some way to make those things flexible in some way. I mean, I know it may not be possible with this game engine or something, but if there's any way that the top of the trees could be somewhat flexible, that would certainly help a lot. Because I mean, they're like, I mean, I've said this 100 times, they're like steel rods. There's no flex to them at all. In fact, even a steel rod that long will probably have some flex to it, but man, it sure makes doing this stuff hard. And I cannot seem to grab a tree. This thing here. Turned all around a different way. I'll get it all straightened out in here in a minute. And I don't want anybody to freak out, but just as kind of a heads up, be careful with this latest FDR equipment pack that he put up on his website. I talked to one of the guys, and I haven't had a chance yet to fully test this out, but I went to go play the Plantation. I was going to do some more high-speed login, you know, the high gear clear gameplay recording, and I had downloaded the latest equipment updates from just a few days ago from FDR, and when I went to load the map would not load. In fact, I couldn't get it to load until I removed those new updates and replaced them with the previous version. So just be aware of that. If you've got a game save that you've played quite a bit, you could have some issues, but you know, don't go to the bank on that. Just kind of, you know, test it out and be careful. But like I said, I haven't done any other fully, you know, like big major testing or anything like that. I haven't done any of that, so I don't know if it's just some other mod it's conflicting with, or I don't remember, you know, adding any mods in other than those FDR ones. And as soon as I can get this processed and stuff, we've got another toy to look at that's new. Well, I guess you would have already seen it if you watched my High Gear Clear number 4, which by the way had new music. Well, new music to the channel. I guess it's not really new music, although I may have downloaded a couple of songs or so that may have been new to that guy that recorded the songs. It's by Techno Axe. Actually, if you've watched any of FDR's videos, or when he had a Discord, if you were on Discord at all, you probably saw a I have lost my wood chipper. You probably saw some comments or something by a guy by the name of Shark89, which, by the way, if you haven't subscribed to Shark89's YouTube channel, go check that out. He's got some nice time-lapse videos and stuff, kind of like what I do with High Gear Clear. I think he's playing on, let's see, I think it's Grizzly Mountain, could be Rogue River, but he's playing on one of the FDR maps, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, he's got some pretty nice videos, so go check him out over there. But anyway, Shark89 sent me a message when I had asked for requests for royalty-free music. He sent me this Techno Axe website. It's got a lot of royalty-free music on there, so we'll see what happens whenever I post this video later today. Or actually, when it airs later today. It's already uploaded. We'll see what happens if I get any copyright strikes or anything from YouTube. You just never know. But anyway, thanks to Shark89 for the music recommendation. That's pretty good stuff on there. I like that. Some cool music. Oh, I forgot I was already full. Oh well. Wasn't much. And that one's already full. Golly. Okay. I tell you what. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and well, we're doing shorts here though. That's the problem. Woo, that truck barely makes it. We'll see if we can actually make it up this long hill down here. I'm really going to have to hammer it down. In fact, I'm not even going to let up. I'm just going to go for it. See if we can make it up this hill. This one right here is the worst because it's kind of steep for a while, then it turns and gets even steeper. So I don't remember if this truck will make it loaded or if I've even tried it. I guess it'll make it barely. If it was any steeper, I think we wouldn't have made it up the hill. Now, let me see. Do I have a Courseplay route that will take me? Oh no, I deleted them all. Okay. Well, we'll just drive. Yeah, so anyway, I guess no big secret. If you watched the High Gear Clear number 4, you saw that we have now in Farming Simulator 19 the Beast. The Beast is a trailer-sized wood chipper. Oh, there's another subscriber right there. 895. Whoever that was, thank you for the subscription. I need to put some kind of, see if I can figure out some kind of deal to make it pop up there. But anyway, the Beast, yeah, it's been around since I believe Farming Simulator 17 was when it was introduced. I'm not for certain about that, but I know I used it quite heavily in Farming Simulator 17, and someone has converted it now over to 19, which is very nice because it'll chip up trees in a hurry. And it's got a little storage compartment on it too, so whenever you fill up your truck and you still got some wood on the ground or whatever, you can continue to load it in there, and it'll store, I think, up to, I want to say 30,000 liters, because I had filled up a truck, it taken off, and, or it may hold more than that. I need to look at the XML or whatever and see if I can figure out what it holds. But anyway, I had at least 30,000 liters in there. Because whenever the empty truck came back and it filled up the trailer, the little hopper there on the Beast had emptied and it was at 30,000, which to me is kind of a, if it would hold more than that, I would think that it would have not been a nice even round number as 30,000. So it kind of makes me think that the capacity now of the holding area anyway is 30,000. I thought it was more than that before. It seems like it was about 80 something or 90,000. I can't remember now. It's been too long since I played 17. Anyway, that's converted over to 19 now. I tested it out with the Plantation. Works really good. So over on Facebook, if you don't follow me there, you can go check me out at NLA Gaming. I think it's is it NLA Gaming or is it NLA Gaming 01? I don't remember. Anyway, just look me up, NLA Gaming, over on Facebook if you don't follow me there. I post a lot of stuff over there, screenshots of things I'm working on, or screenshots of games, or sometimes just random posts about topics and things. It just really depends on, you know, what I got going on at the moment. But anyway, I posted a comment over there, or really, I guess it's kind of more of a rant slash plea. But I was talking about, I had downloaded a new login map. I got all kind of excited because there's not many login maps out there other than FDR's 2 and my 2. And there's a handful of others. Some of them are okay and some aren't. But anyway, I got kind of excited because I saw a new login map. I was like, oh, I'm going to check this out. So I downloaded it, installed it, hopped in game, and I realized pretty quickly that it was not a very good map. They had taken basically, and I'm not going to mention anybody's names or anything, and what the name of the map was, anything like that. Y'all can maybe kind of guess on your own if you have checked it out. But anyway, I was hopped in the game. I bought a truck just to drive around, and I realized that, oh, I've seen this map before. I know who made this. It's just an edit of their map, and it was a pretty poor edit in my opinion. There was roads going up the side of a hill that wasn't there in the previous map. They didn't bother to remove those. They added, like, I don't know, maybe in that small area, I'm guessing probably 5,000 more trees or something. So, and didn't change the clip distance. So the frame rate, my frame rate, I've got a 1050 Ti graphics card, which is pretty good. It's not, you know, it's not a 1080 or one of the new, whatever the new Nvidias are, but it's a pretty decent card. I can normally run, in fact, let me look right here. You know, we're right about 50 right now, but on most maps I can run anywhere from 40 to 60. But on this particular map, when I was driving around, of course, I was just in a truck driving around. I wasn't even really doing anything. There wasn't a lot of equipment around, or, you know, I hadn't cut down a bunch of trees, nothing. And I was at 20 FPS, 20. So way too many trees. Didn't adjust the clip distance. I don't know. It was a pretty poor attempt. I'm not sure what they were trying to do. But my whole thing on the Facebook post was this. You know, why would you want to put something out there like that? You know, it wasn't that it was full of errors, although I didn't even check the error log, the game log. But I mean, just the fact that it doesn't perform very great. The map design was pretty poor. It was an edit of someone else's map. It wasn't even a good attempt at it. I don't know. And just, why would you even put that out there? Maybe they're new to modding. I don't know. But, you know, too many times I've seen the potential for great stuff, mods, maps, or vehicles, or machinery. I've seen too many times some good looking stuff, and then when you download it, it either doesn't perform like it's supposed to, or it's full of errors in the game log, in which it might play okay, but at some point you might download some other mod or something that's going to cause a conflict, and then it'll screw up your game. So I mean, I just don't understand. I mean, my whole thing is, if you're going to do something, do it right, and at least try to fix it, I guess. Because I mean, you're just making yourself look bad, and the community as a whole, the modders as a whole, making them look bad because, well, I guess not some of them. Some of them you know what to expect from, but I don't know. Just try to do better, I guess. Yeah, we're at 30 something through here. This is also this bare rock logging. I did not have not gone back yet to adjust the clip distances. One of FDR's modding team actually turned me on to some testing he was doing. I believe it was for Rogue River, or maybe it was another map. But anyway, he told me about how to set the clip distances so you can get good frame rates. I haven't gone back and adjusted that yet for bare rock. On the Plantation, it has it, and of course on any future maps it'll have it. So the frame rate should be pretty good, and you should be able to see trees from a fairly long distance. I mean, you won't be able to see trees that are halfway across the map, but at least you know, in your normal viewable area you should be able to see the trees, but they'll perform a lot better and get better frame rates and stuff. This one isn't terrible, you know. I can see a lot of trees, but like I said, we're probably still hitting around 30 something, just because I haven't adjusted the FPS yet, which that'll be kind of a neat test too, to drive around some key spots and look at the frame rates as it is right now, and then go back and adjust all the clip distances and test it again to see how it works. I might remember to do that. In fact, here's a good little spot right here. Let's see, where are we at in here? So we're at 40 because there's some openings here, not as many trees, but as soon as we get back into a heavier timber area, it should drop back down to about 30. I'm gonna have to set this this truck here with the Courseplay route. In fact, whenever we get this truck loaded up and headed to the sawmill to sell the logs, I'm gonna record a Courseplay route. So there'll be a lot of driving back and forth this episode, but just bear with me, and we'll be set up for next time to be fully automated, I hope. In fact, I may not do the wood chip route until I get off camera, and that will help a little. Okay, everybody. I'm gonna drop a little hint right now, a little nugget of information. So my next map, you probably haven't heard me talk much about it lately. My next map is still in the works. I'm working on it. It's gonna take a while, and that's because my next map is a 4X logging map. There you go. Da da da. The big reveal. 4X logging map. All right. So if you're a Patreon supporter, you would have already known that, because a couple of days ago, or actually about two or 3 days ago now, I posted a little info about the next map and told everybody there that it was a 4X map. So there you go. If you want to learn all of the Um, we're full again. If you want to learn all of the insider information on maps and stuff I'm working on, go head over there to Patreon. The link is in the description below, I believe. Should be there anyway. And just sign up over there for $5 a month. You can get all the insider information, screenshots and stuff about, you know, what the next map is going to be called, what it's going to be like, just all sorts of information. And when I get ready to release it, what I do is I go over to Patreon and I tell them, okay, you know, I'm going to be releasing the map, you know, in like a day or something, and then they'll know ahead of time before anybody else when it's going to be released as well. But I've been releasing everything so far on my website, NLAgaming.com, so you can go check it out over there. I have started putting up some stuff for tutorials, so if you want to learn how to make a map, a logging map, I guess I should say. I don't know much about the farming side of it, and to be honest, really don't care too much about that, so I'm just going to stick to the tutorials being a logging map, not a farming map. But I'm working on some tutorials there, and I'm still really kind of debating whether I want to do it sort of like open source, or if I want to make it into like a downloadable PDF and charge for it. I'm not exactly sure at the moment. I'm still thinking on that, because I'm putting in a tremendous amount of work into putting this document together, and you know, it would help me out a lot just for my time and efforts and stuff to make a little something off of it. So I'm still debating that, but I could very well just decide I'm just going to release it to everybody. I don't care. I'm still thinking, because I'm also trying to figure out, okay, if I do it with a paid site kind of thing, you know, how am I going to make all that work? And I don't know. We'll see. So just be looking on the website every once in a while if you want to. Just go check it out over there, and check back often, because I might update things. I did put up the Turinge Forest, my edit of the Turinge Forest map. I worked around the shop area to make it more accessible to longer vehicles. I edited some of the roads. Reset the, I reset the clip distances on the trees, because there's a lot of trees there. Just did a lot of work on Turinge Forest map. I think it turned out pretty good. Of course, you know, I didn't spend a lot of time. I just kind of edited a few things here or there. Made it a bit more playable. Of course, gave the original author credits, because that's what you should do. Yep, I saw that one was about to slip out. Well, those things got all kind of wonky in there. Jeez, what a mess. Well, it looks like we should have enough here for a load. Just gotta finish loading this up. Oh man. And I guess, you know, I should say for anybody watching, in case you don't know, I just do maps. I don't do vehicles. I know just enough on the vehicles to like adjust horsepower and stuff, which it took me a while to figure that out for this Kenworth truck that we're using here, but finally got it figured out. And you know, it's just a little bit of trial and error to get it figured out. But yeah, so I mean, I've had some questions here recently about, you know, how do I do this or whatever. I mean, I don't know. You know, one guy was talking about when the machine spawned in, the tracks were like in the ground or something. I don't know. Contact the original modders, and I think most of them have Facebook pages. But I guess you're out of luck if you don't Facebook. But I don't know. No idea. If you have a map question, I might be able to help you. But vehicles, I don't do. Or yeah, I guess if you don't Facebook, you could maybe try Discord. A lot of those folks have Discord channels, but again, you'd have to kind of know how to find them or whatever. I don't know. I have a Discord channel and never check it. I look on there every once in a while and somebody sent me a message like 3 days ago. I'm like, oh, I didn't even see it. I'm a terrible Discord user. I don't know. All this stuff. I mean, there's so much stuff. You know, there's Facebook, there's Twitter, there's Discord. I mean, lots and lots of social media, and it's just hard to keep up with all that stuff. I work a 8 to 5 job every day except for the weekends, and normally on the weekends I'm, well, here lately doing stuff around the house, you know, mowing the yard and all that stuff. I just don't have time to be on the computer all day. I've got a couple of groups that I could multiplayer with and just don't have time, because if I'm not working on the weekends with mowing the yards and stuff, other projects I got going on, I'm trying to get a little shop I got out back, get it fixed up so I can do some woodworking out there. I'm trying to get some insulation put in. I gotta put a window in, a AC unit. I got all kind of stuff I'm working on out there. And if I'm not working on that or out in the yard or something, I'm either recording gameplay, working on a map, or I'm producing my videos, which doesn't take a whole lot to produce the videos unless it's one of those high-speed logging things. The time lapse, that takes a while because I'm you know, on the plantation, I'm counting the loads, so I got to make sure I put a little graphic for every time we sell some logs, and then I've got to go in and actually speed the time up, and then add music in there. So it does take a lot to do those videos, and it takes about, not that I have to sit there and watch, but it takes about probably five times longer to produce those when you actually, like, you know, hit the button to tell it to produce the video. It takes about 5 times longer than the normal video, just because it's got to process the video speed, and I think that's most of it, but it takes a while. And you know, like, there's other stuff I'm involved in outside of work and outside of the house around town, so it just, you know, my time's pretty limited. And also, I mean, I'd love to sit here at the computer all day long and just do nothing but make maps and play the game, but my wife would say otherwise about that. And you know, I sit here at the computer all day for work anyway, So I mean, for those of you that have jobs like that, you may have some back issues like I do. But yeah, I've got over the years I don't I should be taking care of myself better and exercise and things like that, but I just have not gotten into that habit, and so I've had some back issues over the years. 3 or 4 times I've had to go to either chiropractor or doctor or physical therapy or something like that just to get it all straightened back out. But so I just can't sit here at this computer all the time. So for those of you that are wanting to multiplayer with me, there's a pretty good chance it's probably not going to happen. I just wish I had more time, but I don't. Alright, let's see if this thing's going to get up this hill. It should. Yeah. In fact, I'm probably going to dial that back down some more. That was probably a bit overkill. I'll tell you what I used. I used FDR's latest truck. And that thing has got some serious pulling power. I mean, look at this. This thing ain't even going to slow down. So I'm going to have to go in there and edit that again. Bump that back down some more. I mean, I want it to at least look like it's struggling. Okay, so here's what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to stop the truck right here. And let's go ahead and... Well, let's see, do I want to... Yeah, I guess that'd be okay. I'll start it here. I was thinking I wanted to maybe start it back there at the bottom, but... I don't know, I may change my mind later and redo it, but... Let's go ahead and just drive it from there. I can remember to go kind of slow, because... I don't want to tip my trailer over. And this truck is pretty fast. I really like this truck though. It looks really aggressive. It's got, you know, the big knobby tires or whatever on there, and just looks really cool. But it didn't have enough pulling power for me for those couple of hills. It's got too much power now. I'm going to go back and edit that again. I don't remember who made this, but if you just go on any of the modding or you know, the mod sites, you know, download mods, if you just look for KW C500, you'll find it. I believe it's I want to say like it may even have a version on there, maybe like version 1 or version 1.2 or, you know, something like that. One something. But it's a really cool mod. But I think I effectively probably tripled the horsepower on this thing. It's got crazy amounts of pulling power now. Yeah, I'm definitely going to go back in there and adjust that again. I'll bump it down some. Alright, here's where we got tripped up last time. Maybe that won't give us any problems. I may have to redo that though. Never know with Courseplay, but with this truck having this insane amount of power, it should just do like what we just did and drive right over that rock. when I got this truck downloaded originally, I think it would only do about 40 miles an hour. Now it'll do like 70 something. But I gotta remember that the brakes are not the best. I didn't adjust the brakes, so I gotta be real careful. Getting up too much speed and going around these curves. Whoop. We're hopping the guardrail. Whew, I don't know, something's a little different about this truck than the others. Maybe it's a little wider or something, but I seem to be having a bit more problems getting around some of these curves. This is a long trailer too. Get around this curve, we should be home free. Trying to type around my joysticks with one finger. Okay. And let's offload that. So I like how big that truck is too. It's pretty cool with the diamond plate fenders and all that. That was pretty neat looking. And let's do this too. Let's see. We'll record a course back to the job site. Because on this map right here, the only operation we got going on is this one that we're at. Over on the plantation, I've got like, well, I had at one point 3 different operations going. Now we just got 2. But things are starting to get interesting over on the plantation, so if you're not watching those high gear clear videos, go check them out, because I've moved one of my operations clear to the back of the map, and I'm using Courseplay routes for the wood chips and for selling the logs. So it's pretty cool when you start getting that far of a distance to have to truck the wood, because then you can set up that Courseplay route and let it go, and you can be doing some other stuff while that truck is driving to and from the sawmill. So it gets kind of fun. You start doing that. Now, whenever I get my 4X logging map done, it's gonna have to be a necessity to have Courseplay for a single player anyway, and multiplayer might be kind of cool too. But yeah, for single player, you'll most definitely want to have Courseplay routes set up. And what you can do is, and I'll show you this here in a minute, but you can set up a Courseplay route for your wood chips to where, like say you got the beast set up, and you know it's got the little pipe that extends, and then it's got the little holding tank and whatever. You can actually set up a Courseplay route for it to automatically you know, when it gets full, it'll just automatically drive away from the beast or your wood chip, whatever, however you're loading them. It'll automatically, the truck will stay running, and it'll automatically drive away from there, drive to the wood chip sell point, offload and sell the wood chips, and then drive back and repeat the process unlimited. So you could theoretically, you know, if you're playing a lot, you could just deliver no telling how many loads of wood chips and sell them. So that's pretty neat. Courseplay is not hard to figure out. If you're watching right now, you can just about get it. I mean, it's nothing to it. Just the driving to and the from is pretty easy. When you start getting into, you know, especially the farming stuff, using combines and all that stuff, that's not terribly hard either, but it does require some thought and all that. But I don't really care for the farming too much. I don't play that often. If you want to check out the Courseplay stuff for farming, my recommendation is go watch R.D. Allen's stuff. He's got some pretty amazing things he does with Courseplay. You'll have multiple tractors, combines, trucks, all kind of stuff going all at once, and it's pretty crazy. Okay, so I'm just gonna pull up here towards the edge and stop it right there, because I may have other trucks at some point, and I may need this truck to ferry the trucks and trailers back. I don't know, something, who knows. Call it that. Okay, so let's say you were going to use wood chips, and what I was talking about, how it's a little different, is when you just drive them back and forth, you see this one here that's highlighted in green, it says actually transfer, drive from start to finish. Well, that's what you would normally use if you're just going back and forth from the sawmill, because there is no automatic wood cell trigger anymore. And even if there was, I don't think that it would recognize that the trailer's full and it automatically take off, because this type of trailer just doesn't do that. That's more for, like, you know, hauling grain or corn or whatever, silage. I'm not sure what all it recognizes. But anyway, if you're going to do wood chips, you want to use this first one, because see, it says grain transport load at start, and you would select that. You don't have to record using that. You just have to select it whenever you get ready to actually, you know, start your course. And you don't even have to tell it that it's wood chips. All you have to do is start your recording from where you want to start, drive through the wood chip sell point so that the back of the trailer, you know, is actually inside the markers, the sell point, and then you just drive back to where you started, and that's all you gotta do. Whenever the wood chip trailer gets to where it's going and it empties its load, it will automatically, or when it gets to the wood chip sell point, it will automatically empty and all that. And then it'll go back to where it started and do it again. When it gets full, it just takes off. Okay, so we got about 10 minutes, so what I want to do now is just kind of really for fun. We don't have to do this. I'm going to, well, first of all, I'm going to drop that. I'm going to go down this little road that I made. You see this little path, and I'm going to cut everything to the right of that path. but I'm gonna go down the path first because I think it'd be kind of cool to maybe make a Courseplay route that it follows this road and it comes back a different way or something. I don't know. I think it'd be kind of neat. Plus, it'll give us kind of a boundary to cut to. Because, I mean, with this map, I didn't make any viable tracks. So, there's really no good definitive boundaries to cut to or anything like that. And you know me, sometimes I'll stay in an area for a little bit and then I'll move to somewhere else. We've already moved, what, couple times now since we started this map, but I'll be moving somewhere else. And what I really want to do is, okay, so if you follow the road all the way up to the very tip top of the map on the left, you see on the right kind of where it goes around that curve, and then there's kind of like what looks like sort of almost looks like a banana or a bean or something there on the lake side of the road up there. That's the yarder landing. I would really love to see somebody put out a yarder that's not private, and I would love to do some yarding up there because I built that especially for a yarder. And as far as I know, there's not one out publicly yet for 19, so need to see that, and then we'll go up there and do some yarding. That'll be fun. Because like I said, I built that landing especially with the yarder in mind. It's very steep. You cannot use a skidder up there. FDR skidder might even have problems getting up that thing. It's so steep because I made it, you know, especially for that. Alright, so yeah, we just got a few more minutes, but I'll continue cutting up here, see how far we can get. I made this road thinking that if I didn't get the truck situation figured out, I may have to go a different route to get the wood out of here, because one thing I did not even test when I was making this landing down here was how steep that hill was coming out of here. And when I actually, you may have seen it, I titled the video "A Little Help," and I actually had to take the skidder and push that truck loaded with logs up that hill, or both hills really. But we got the truck situation figured out, and probably won't need to use this road, although I probably will make a Courseplay route that uses this road, if nothing else, just to make the route a little longer, so we can be doing some more stuff while the truck's going back and forth. That'll be fun. That was kind of my goal with Courseplay anyway, was to have the loaded log trucks or wood chip trailer or whatever, you know, have it actually drive on Courseplay route, so that way we can be doing other stuff while the truck is out and about. So this is going to be a pretty good area, because if you look on the map, I'll try to get it to where you can see it. This may be too big of an area to cut this whole thing, but I do want to clear this road out just a little bit. But anyway, if you see where we got our stuff set up at the landing as it is, where you see all the little yellow dots and the one green dot there, and of course you can see where we are, the little flashing green dot. If you follow the dark part kind of to our right, and then it kind of goes straight for a little bit, then it cuts back south, and then it goes back to the east again, then directly south. If you just follow the little dark areas, that's pretty much where I followed my road. Then it goes all the way back around to this darker area, kind of south of, well, it's kind of hard to describe without pointing to it, but anyway, it follows the little dark path, and then it goes to the really dark area down there, and then back up to where that little yellow dot is south of our landing. So it's a pretty good sized area. I doubt we'll have time to clear all that, but in fact, I'm not going to take out every tree over here. I'm just going to get a few of these that may cause us some problems with the loaded log truck, because I went through here with the wood chipper on the brucks and cleared out some, but on around I didn't make it that far before I filled up my brucks capacity. But we'll take a few of these trees out. Try to get the stumps too while we're at it. So yeah, by the time you see this video, I will have had the updated version of the Plantation up on the website, so you can go check that out, nlagaming.com/fs19. You can download the new version of the Plantation with the weight scales. And anything else? Just check the website every once in a while, because I am going to be putting up some tutorial stuff on there. It may not be as detailed as if I decide to go with a pay version or something. It may not be as detailed as that, but I mean, just some little tidbits. I could put something like that up there. Just some simple little how-tos if you're wanting to make a map. Alright everybody, well that's all the time we got for today. So like I said, y'all have a good rest of the week, and it's possible that I probably will have time on Thursday night to make a video and put it up for Friday. But if you don't see a video for Friday, then I just didn't have time. I got too much going on, didn't have time to work on a video. But I will definitely try to get something recorded, maybe at lunch one day during the week, and then I can maybe process it Thursday night, or who knows. But I'll try to get some stuff going, get it up there. But anyway, hope you enjoy this video, and you have a good rest of the week, and a good weekend if I don't get a chance to talk to you before then, but probably will. Well, anyway, thanks for watching. Y'all have a good one.